welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How's everybody doing today? All right, let's get started on today's reading and see what Spirit has for my beautiful Aquariuses. All righty. There, that is you. Okay, you're the first card up. You are the star, my loves. All right, I'm seeing a partnership of sorts here. I'm seeing somebody's going to get this new start, this new beginning with this partner. And it's where before it looked like it had its problems. It looked like it had its issues here. The card of burden. Okay, so some burdensome things involved with your relationship. That's all about to go away. That's all about to clear up with this Ace of Wands. And you're going to start to see some exponential growth in this relationship, okay? So you can, I feel like there's going to be a certain amount of more respect going forward, more talks, and more of an understanding with each other. Okay, if this is you and you're experiencing this right now with your partner, please comment below the video. Also, this is a good time to let you know that I do offer readings. If interested, you can click on the description below the video and see what my offerings are. I do phone readings for those who want to get me on the phone. I do all different types of readings, and I am also a life coach. So if you're having issues and you want to bounce some things off me, or you just need to get some life coaching or some advice on something along with some answers, then you can get that reading. All right, so here I'm seeing with the Seven of Pentacles. All right, this is you, Aquarius, building up your account, okay? And the reason that this is going to happen for you is you're coming into your authenticity and you are starting to speak what is on your mind. So you're no longer afraid or worried about what other people are going to think about you. You are expressing your voice, the way you see things, the way you perceive things, what you're offering to your company. You're not afraid to voice this to the higher ups at your company. So, and you're doing it in the nicest possible way. You're doing this with, love and appreciation for the people around you. I'm seeing that is going to pay off big time. I'm seeing a celebration here. For the longest time, you've been feeling left out in the cold regarding your finances, but this new perception, this new way of speaking your mind and being authentic is truly going to be appreciated, and it's going to bring in profound changes to your money, okay? All right, let's continue. Okay, Three of Pentacles with a new start. All right, so this is for somebody who is with somebody else, but there was a third partner that came into play, unfortunately. All right, you're trying to start over with this person. This person is telling you they made a mistake. They would like your forgiveness, but you're feeling extremely defensive and you lost trust. All right, I'm also seeing that you might be feeling somewhat confused right now about what you would like to do. All right, the best thing for you to do is take some time. And if this person really does love you and really wants this new start with you, they will give you that time and they will allow you as much time as you feel you need or want to take, okay? So let's continue. Okay. I'm seeing a huge transition coming in for Aquarius, all right? Some things you're ending very quickly. These are sudden onsets of intuition coming into play, very strong intuitive thoughts, intuitive decisions you're making, the things that were important to you, you're thinking about them in a different way now. Maybe they're not so important to you anymore. Maybe they're not important because they're not bringing in happiness. This has to do with prior commitments, guys. So if you have these prior commitments that they're just feeling burdensome to you now, it's time to leave. It's time to leave the old behind and come into the new. All right, we're going to hear those words a lot, the new, okay? So things are ending quickly for my aquas. If you have ended anything, guys, and I'm not just talking relationships, I'm talking about, you know, situations. You were helping your cousin's uncle every Wednesday, and it's just taking your free time that you have, so you can't, you know, do something you want to do for you. All right, things of that nature. If you're ending these things and putting yourself first, I want to hear about it. Just, you know, put it in the comments. Putting myself first, that is a beautiful set of words, and it's going to make your life a lot lighter, okay? And I do see that you're still that very loving, giving person that you always have been. I still see you giving, but more or less not where you're stuck in a scenario that every Wednesday at 6 o'clock you have to be doing something for someone else and you're giving up your own time. All right, here I'm seeing your kindness and your kind gestures will be on your time when you have the time, so to speak. Okay, so I'm seeing movement. Okay, there's a lot of movement here with people that are going through sadness and feeling I'm feeling like there's people in your life, guys, that still there still needs to be some separation here. I'm feeling like a lot of you are arguing with others, feeling disconnected, feeling it's just such a bad feeling, because I'm feeling your negative emotions right now. I'm feeling the emotions of the sadness and the situations where, you know, they're swirling around in your head almost obsessively because you just don't want to be in these situations anymore. Okay, change is coming. You're the one who's going to make the changes and save yourself. Okay, I'm seeing that very quick communication needs to be had here. You're going to do the communicating, and that's going to bring about your happiness that has become, for some of you, even a lost cause. You know, just getting in the way of your happiness, guys. All right, we are in a time right now where we have to make it about us, because we are also going to be there for others in a very strong way. So spiritually speaking, we have to make ourselves very strong and very you know, work on our frequency. Raise your frequency, work on your self-confidence, work on knowing who you are, even, you know, start looking into where you came from. How about that? All right, but I'm seeing this Knight of Wands here, something you're wanting. All right, it hasn't come in. This is something that you've prayed for. All right, and I am seeing something here with this other masculine. So this has to do with two masculines being apart, maybe not talking, maybe some scenario here, situation where there's been some prayer and one of you wants something. One of you wants a change or something else from the other that you are feeling ignored about. It hasn't come about yet. All right, King of Swords. This is a person who, this is work related, okay? You're trying to find some kind of balance in the workplace. It looks to be like it's most likely about your finances, how much money you're making, okay? You might feel like you're worth more, you're not being valued like you should be. You have the Knight of Pentacles here next to the Eight of Pentacles, stating that there is good news here regarding your money. And again, you may need to speak up, speak clearly about, you know, how you feel about things and that you feel you're being undervalued. And I do see a victory here. So I do see a good outcome with this. All right. So those of you who have been, you know, in your career or workplace and haven't seen a raise in over a year, the time is right to go ask for that raise or bonus or something. All right. I'm seeing a lot of manifestation here today. Some of you are holding on to old things, old situations, old scenarios, old hurts, old pains. All right. And you are actually able to manifest your way out of all of this emotional backstory, I'm going to say. Okay. It's time to move on, and you're going to manifest that in. You're totally equipped to do so. And you do it by doing exercises. I teach you guys how to do exercises to relieve and to relieve old emotions, baggage, and also how to forgive. Now, again, right away, I have to say there's people out there that you would sooner die than forgive them. I get that. All right. But just know this. All right. The forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. So no matter how terrible of a thing this person did to you, when you say, and not to their face, of course, but you go in a quiet room, you say the words, I forgive you so and so. All right. It's not going to make that scene go away, or those words go away, or whatever it was that hurt you. But you will notice over time that any anger, residual anger you hold for that person will be able to be dispersed. You'll be able to get rid of it, okay? And you can close your eyes and take a deep breath in after that, and imagine when you're breathing out that all that pain, all that stress, all those memories, you're just blowing them out into the universe, never to return, hopefully, right? And you can do that exercise as many times as you need to, Aquarius. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles in the middle. This is a good omen for this week. This is something positive that will be coming in regarding your status, okay? So this could have a dual meaning. Your status, this could be your financial status, your abundance, your wealth, prosperity, or this could just be how you've been feeling. So some of you that have been in the doldrums, just feeling like nothing's been working out, nothing's coming your way, all right? Things that you're wanting, not coming to fruition, all right? Just focus on the positive. And I am seeing also a person over here, somebody you want something from this person, you may want to be with this person, or there is something about this particular person for some of you that you've been wanting. And again, I think you can manifest it in. There's also good news around this situation. So guys, if you're in a situation where you've been thinking about someone or something, wanting something or someone for a while, all right, even if it's abundance, it could be a person, whatever this thing is that you've been dreaming about and wanting, I do see that this time, right now, this is the time. The omen here is a very good one. Focus on what it is you're wanting, they're saying. You can easily manifest it in. All right, is that making sense? All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles and some really nice positivity coming in. However, it looks like somebody is having to start over due to a tower moment with their finances. So somebody may have lost everything recently. You may have lost your job. You may have gotten laid off. You might have lost a bet. You might have lost money that you had invested. Okay. And, you know, this is like two paths here, right? Regarding your finances. You're trying to make a decision on what to do here. I do see this Wheel of Fortune over here, this wealth and prosperity coming in for you and making you very ecstatic and happy. And this with the Ace of Pentacles, two aces, guys. This is really good. All right. So the whole picture here is we have to go through this first before we can move into all of this happiness, all of this wealth and prosperity and new monies coming in. All right, there are two paths here. This is reminiscent of what is happening right now, Aquarius. All right, the war we're in, good against evil. All right, we first have to go through some really horrific times, and then after that We are going to be surrounded by amazing wealth, prosperity, and positivity. All right, so is that making sense to a lot of you? All right, a lot of you that know what is going on, that are fully awake, understand that particular reading. All right, I'm seeing a lot of masculine energy here. This is a family, okay? This is about family, Aquarius. This is your families, all right? All of you that have a family, which is probably all of you, right? Okay, so have a family that you love very much, all right? And this is about respecting your elders, believe it or not, okay? There's a lot of focus here. Spirit wants you to focus on love. They want you to be kind, not just to strangers, but be conscious of being kind to family members, because as the years go on, you know, we have stigmas with certain family members, right? Certain people know how to push our buttons, certain people, and we just get used to those relationships that we're in with family members, and we kind of get stuck in certain ways that, you know, we operate with our family, right? We have different relationships and we operate differently. Do you know what I'm trying to get at? Like, you and your sister might do something, like you might be competitive and you might go at each other, or, you know, I'm just throwing something out there to get the point across. Spirit wants you to be very kind to your family and try to see them in a different light. And the ones that are pushing your buttons purposely and really, you know, making you feel bad, these people are, these family members, you can easily just start to separate from them, okay? Your life will be much easier and lighter for it. And, you know, we don't have to put up with these things even from our families, right? Okay, so the separation is something that is unavoidable, guys. It is a part of our spiritual time. We need to start separating from people that are using up our energy in a bad way, you know, suck the life out of us and suck us back into the third dimension. Those of us who are, you know, really working on ourselves, meaning to get into the fifth dimension where we're going to be much happier, life is going to be much easier, and we're going to come into contact with all of these beautiful new technologies that are going to be life-changing and just make life a beautiful time to be alive, right? So that's what we want. That's what those of us moving into 5D are after, right? Happiness. So those that are planning on staying in 3D, they don't want to change, they feel safe, secure, and they think they're happy there, they will remain there. All right, but I am seeing some type of, you have crystal clear clarity, Aquarius, they're telling me, because you are a pillar of strength and you've done the work and you have this clarity. You can see through everything. You see through all the bullshit on your phones, like on the news, on, you know, all these, you know what propaganda is, you know what is real. And so you're not being fearful right now from all the fear porn or whatever you want to call it, all that fear that is being spread, right? You're not buying into that. You are not looking at that, getting plugged into it. You have this clarity. Even with people, you see their heart immediately. You feel their energy immediately. You know if their heart is dark or not. All right. And this alone is making you feel, is bringing in happiness, okay? Because you're not getting sucked into that darkness anymore. You have the sun here. This new way of, you're actually living in a new way because of this, because you have the clarity. You're not buying into the fear. You're not living your life in that way that others are living in, or that maybe you used to live in, because you don't buy into that old stuff anymore. You're watching the old basically fall apart before your eyes and the new being built on top of that. So you're much happier. I'm seeing this is a new way of living for you. And because of that, there's going to be doors that are going to start to open for you that were never open before. With the sun, I always say windows and doors, because just a miraculous time in your life where things are going to start coming to fruition. Manifestation is here very strongly. All right. And they want you to get clarity on the things that no longer make you feel good, no longer make you feel happy. You might feel like you've been in a marriage for 30 years and you're miserable, but you should stay there because you're used to your person, you've been there for 30 years, you know, and you have that whole conversation going on. You deserve to be happy no matter what age you are. You deserve to be happy, guys, in life. Living is, you know, we got the short end of the stick, but that is over now. All right? The 3D world where, you know, we were being taxed, we were being held down, we were being told lies, and we were being told to you know, in this trap where with work and overburdening and all of that crap is coming to an end now. All right? So we don't need to live like that anymore. It's time for you to seek your own happiness. Live for yourself. Okay? Put yourself first. Work on yourself. Become self, relying on yourself for your money, relying on yourself for your happiness, your security, and your confidence. Then, then bring someone who's vibrating on your level into the picture, and that will be the icing on the cake. Okay? Do not look externally, guys, for the things that you think are going to make you feel happy. That all has to come from within. And even though that saying sounds so cliche, when you get that, you've got everything else licked. You're unstoppable. All right? Enjoy your day, guys. Take care.